What's going on, my fellow shepheads? Your dude Sly here, and I hope all of you out there had a freaking awesome N7 day. November 7th, N7 is a day to celebrate not only BioWare, but the devs that created the space epic Mass Effect, but also the awesome community that has kept growing over the past decade. The artwork, comic, fan fictions, cosplay, YouTubers, and streamers, all of you out there make up the Mass Effect community, and how awesome of a community it is. So, happy N7 day to you all. So now, let's dive into the most recent N7 day news. Now, right out the gate, y'all, don't expect a ton of actual Mass Effect game news. BioWare is currently deep into creating Dragon Age Dreadwolf as we speak, so most of the company is currently tasked with that or keeping up their other games, such as Star Wars the MMO, but it does not mean there was nothing to go on. So to celebrate N7 Day, BioWare as well as Electronic Arts, EA, highlighted several artists and fans throughout the day to kind of highlight the special day that N7 is, and even sponsoring yours truly with a Mass Effect stream, which you can catch here on my YouTube channel if you missed it yesterday, under recent vids or under my Mass Effect playlist. You can also catch it on Twitch and the VODs as well. Now, the community really never ceases to amaze me in the sheer amount of talent floating around out there. I mean, so many unique styles and ways to express their love for the game. Some artists who are hired to draw, most others is sheer passion, but it's crazy to see. I mean, knitting, paintings, armor, cosplay, I mean, you name it, it's out there, and all of it's very well done. So it's pretty cool to see. Now, as far as actual insights into Mass Effect itself for N7 Day, we first had a new post over on the BioWare blog. Now, for those who currently aren't aware, at least the BioWare fans out there, this is a space that you should be checking regularly as we get closer to going gold with Dragon Age Dreadwolf. The BioWare blog is the official news space for BioWare, where it keeps its fans updated as best they can. The link is down below in the description box if you haven't been there before, so definitely check that out and give it a read. Within the N7 Day post, BioWare goes over a few of the employees who are at the top of the Mass Effect dev team and kind of a little intro about them, including Mike Gamble, Danielle Enns, Mary DeMarle, and Parrish Slay. Now, I'm not familiar with the last three, but Mike Gamble I remember well from the Andromeda and Anthem days. He goes on with a nice letter in the post talking about N7 Day and the community, and then over on his Twitter page, he ends up posting some awesome concept art, which lets the imagination run wild. But before we get into that, let's talk about the big piece of news for N7 Day, the transmission. Now, over the course of the day, BioWare and Mass Effect posted this video, well, picture actually, but they added in a few moving ships and sounds. But in any event, the original that was posted just had some atmospheric audio. However, if you listened closely, you could hear someone talk in the background. Well, some tech sleuths out there managed to isolate and enhance the sound, and once they did, BioWare then tweeted a much more clear version of it. Have a listen.
I can see it. How did we miss this? Exactly. The Council will be furious. Although they should know by now not to underestimate human defiance. Perhaps worse than most living fate.
So our girl Liara, the Shadow Broker, is present and seemingly talking to a Geth. She says, "How could we have missed this? The Council will be furious, and then they should know not to underestimate human defiance," along with some kind of Geth chatter. Not sure what it all means, but the only thing left to show from this post is the text from the picture on the bottom left-hand side of the screen, which zoomed in says, quote, "Vacuum Dock Relay Construction. Record/monitoring station operated by Green Dagger Limited, property of Deep Space Dow SAV. Ship Captain, Sub-Navarch Sal Rosalian Jones for interior use only." So what does this really all mean? Well, people have been speculating for the past few days, and while there are thoughts aplenty swirling around on the internet, it really kind of looks to me like a space station made from Cerberus tech. However, once you look at it through a different angle though, it then kind of looks like a human attempt at a mass relay. It's just incomplete, and the gyro in the middle is simply still under construction. Kind of think of it as laying on its right side. Since there really is no such thing as up and down in space, it's really all about the angle of approach. Now, once you kind of see a relay laying on its side, it starts to make more sense when you then read together the first line in the picture in the bottom left, Vacuum Dock Relay Construction. Once you see that, it's kind of like an aha moment, it all falls together. So to me personally, I definitely think that this is humanity's attempt to recreate the technology of the mass relays. Who knows how the game will handle the various endings of Mass Effect 3, but most of those endings have a version in which you share knowledge with the Reaper, so this is definitely a possibility. Now later that day, once the community picked up on the hidden audio, BioWare posted a more clear version of the transmission, and Mike Gamble then posted this concept art picture that you see here, which by the way is freaking awesome. Now personally, I've always loved concept art, but this one here really gets the imagination running. However, even with all that, there is still some unanswered questions. When looking back at the text in the transmission picture, it still begs the question, who is Green Dagger Limited, as well as Deep Space Tau SAV, and the captain, who I'm pretty sure is Nasari, bonded with the human, Saural Zillion Jones. Pretty sure Sub Navark is just her title in the Asari or Council-led armed forces. Now, I know the Mass Effect universe pretty damn well, including all the corporations, but I've never heard of Green Dagger. Now, I've not read the books or the comics, so do any of y'all out there know about these companies for those who've read the books? Green Dagger and Deep Space Tau? Maybe Green Dagger is a runaway branch of Cerberus, since this mass relay kind of has that Cerberus-looking vibe, well, at least to me. Since Cerberus had cells operating independent of one another, it is completely possible that one cell, one of the larger ones, just kept going after the elusive man kicked the bucket, and now was kind of taking control of the resources. I suppose we'll have to wait and see, but Green Dagger kind of does have like a bad guy kind of tune to it, doesn't it? Anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What do you make of this picture, the text, the audio of Liara and Geth? Be sure to comment your ideas, as I am definitely curious. Am I the only one who sees human mass relay here? Or did I completely miss something and I'm looking dumb right now? Either way, let me know down in the bottom. Well, I'm always looking dumb, but let me know what you guys think about the picture. After that, the BioWare blog talks about some new merch you can find over at the BioWare store and a select few stores allowed to use the Mass Effect license and create custom merchandise. If you're looking for something like a nice jacket or some keepsakes for your game shelf, then definitely take a browse. There are some pretty good sales going on, and most of them seem to be pretty high quality. So yeah, like I said, that wraps us up. Not a lot to go on, but plenty to speculate about, and hopefully we'll see some Dragon Age or Mass Effect info at the upcoming Game Awards this December. It seems BioWare has an affinity for the Game Awards and likes to use its stage to release teasers, trailers, Vidocs in between all the announcements, so I definitely cannot wait for that. But as for me, my friends, I am out of here, y'all. Thank you all so much for watching and for supporting my channel, Slynation. But more so than that, thank you guys so much for keeping Mass Effect alive. Mass Effect is the game that changed my life and turned me into the gamer I am today. More so than that, it kept me sane at a time in my life when I was a little lost. BioWare, the devs, and this community, all of you out there are special to me, and I will be celebrating N7 Day every single year. But more so than that, I will be covering anything and everything Mass Effect related, especially leading up to the next Mass Effect game. So be sure to subscribe to Slynation, as I will be covering the next Mass Effect game, and as soon as I know some information, you guys definitely will as well. So be sure to spank the thumbs up or down if you liked, loved, or hated this video, and if you wish to get in touch, business or otherwise, feel free to hit me up anytime for anything. SlyNationGaming67@gmail.com, or check me out over on the socials at Sly_Nation on Twitter, Slynation Gaming on good old Facebook. Take care, y'all, and happy N7 Day to you all. Keep those eyes open for more Mass Effect news and vids coming out here soon, but until then, this is your dude Sly, and I'll see you all next time.